So let me get
guess.
the course book. Yes, it happens. Okay. So today we're going to work with go, do, or play. Let me
Perfect.
share. Okay. When we talk about sports, there are 3 different verbs to use. Go, do,
What
or
page
play.
is this?
This is page 83. Use go,
83.
do, and play. Okay.
Go to and play.
Go, do, and play. Okay, there you have different sports and the 3 verbs you can use with this. Okay.
Never
Go.
practice.
Yes. Go, do, or play. No. Practice means professional exercise, like professional desempeño profesional, professional performance. Okay. For example, somebody can ask me, Alejandra, what do you do in your job? Well, I practice languages. I practice translation and teaching. Okay. Sometimes you can use practice for other skills, but never for sports. Okay. So we use go, do, or play. What's the
Correct.
difference among the 3 of them? Okay, here it is. We have go. The name of an activity is a verb ending in ing. For example, go camping, go skiing, go swimming. Okay, some examples: camping, dancing, hiking, horse riding, jogging, sailing, skiing, and swimming. So whenever you have a sport whose name ends with ing, you use go. Okay? Do. Recreational activities and individual non-team sport. For example, gymnastic and martial arts are those sports that you do by yourself. You don't need another person to do it with. For example, aerobics. You don't need another person to do aerobics with you. You can be in a gym with 20 more people, but each one does aerobics by themselves, faster, slower, etc. Athletics, that includes running, long jump, salto largo, high jump, salto alto, vault, V-A-U-L-T, pole vault, that is salto de garrocha. Okay, spear, jabalina. Yes, this is the pole vault. It is salto de garrocha. And we have also high jump, long jump, spear, okay, jabalina, lanzamiento de jabalina. We have disc throwing, lanzamiento de disco. We have hammer throwing, lanzamiento de martillo. All those things that people do in a track running is called athletics. Pole vault is salto de garrocha. Pole means poste or vara, and vault means this movement. So it is salto de garrocha. So you don't need another person to do that. Gymnastics, usually you don't do the gymnastic with 2 people or 3 people. Judo, no, judo. It says judo. Judo, karate, yoga, all of those things you do by yourself. It doesn't mean that you can do it with other people, but you do not need another person to do it. Okay? So notice all classes do gymnastic at school. Sophie does yoga with a group of friends. Alex is going to do judo this year. The boys are doing karate this year. Okay? Finally, play. Sports with teams,
Play.
rules and competitions or tournament. Another exception for play is All sports with a ball. Every sport that has a ball is played. Play golf, play volleyball, play basketball,
Tennis.
tennis, play tennis, everything that must be played in a team. It has rules, okay? It has competitions, and basically, they have a ball. Notice badminton, basketball, cricket, football, golf, rugby, tennis, soccer. So all the sports that need a ball are played. And of course, as in English always happens, it also applies to board games and card games. You say, Miss, but for Monopoly, you don't need a ball. For parcheesi, you don't need a ball. For chess, you don't need a ball. For poker, you don't need a ball. Yes, but when we talk about board games and card games, we use the verb play. You play poker.
Because it's against other player, right?
Yes, yes. Even you don't have a ball. And of course, for chess or for playing Uno, you have rules. You compete with other people, even you are not in a team. One exception is dominoes. When you play dominoes, you have a partner to play. People don't play dominoes individually, okay? But in couples, in pairs. I play and the person in front of me is my teammate. Teammate, compañero de juegos. So when you play dominoes, you play with another person against two other people. You never play dominoes alone. You always play dominoes in a pair. Okay? And of course, it is
Okay.
a competition and there are rules. In domino, there are rules. Most of the times when people play dominoes as fun, the rules are like something that people discuss about and shout and scream and insult. But dominoes have a world tournament, and in the world tournament, they have rules. Of course, they cannot shout, they cannot scream, they cannot insult the team, the other person in the team. Okay, but there are rules and they play in pairs. Okay, and we have the difference about a game and a match. Game can be mostly when you play for fun, to enjoy with friends. So it is not a competition. Nobody's going to get a prize or an award because they win, because it is just group of friends playing together. So you can have a tennis game, a football game, a rugby game, a tennis game, okay? And match involves competition and is usually against two teams that they are not friends. They do not mix each other and it is not for fun. A match is always part of a competition. A game can be just among friends or part of a competition. But match is strictly competition. It's competitive. That's the difference between a game and a match. In American English, they use it indistinctly. It is always a game. Either it is a competition or not. So when you watch baseball on American television, they talk about the baseball game or the football game. But in British English, they make that distinction. Game is for fun and match is a competition. So if you watch European football in English, they always talk about the match. Today we have a match between, I don't know, Arsenal and
In the UEFA.
yes, they always talk about match. They never say a game. They never made the presentation. Today we have a game between Manchester United and Arsenal. No, they say, good evening. Today we have a match between Arsenal and Manchester United. In America, they mean the same. In British English, they are different. Okay, so game with friends to enjoy, match in a competition. Okay, so, and you say, okay, what about karate or yoga? Do they have that? No. You have a karate competition, a yoga competition, a ski competition. Match is only for teams, okay? Team sports. We have also another distinction, okay? Usually go is outdoors. Okay? You go camping outdoors, you go hiking, horse riding, jogging, sailing, skiing, swimming outdoors. Okay? Do is usually indoors. And play can be both indoor and outdoors. Okay? Because you can play tennis indoors. Hockey is play. You play hockey, and hockey is indoors. Okay, you play basketball indoors and outdoors, depending on the season. If it is summer, they play outdoors. If it is autumn or winter, you play indoors.
Outdoors means like in
In the open
indoors
air.
means like a
Under a
stadium,
roof.
right?
Under a roof. Bajo techo.
Like
Indoors. Dentro de las puertas.
right. Indoors.
So under a roof. Bajo techo. That's indoors. And outdoors is in the open air. So notice camping, hiking, horse riding, jogging, sailing, skiing, and swimming. You do it mostly outdoors. It doesn't mean you can swim outdoors. But if we set ourselves in a four-season situation, most swimming pools are indoors. So people can swim in summer, in winter, in autumn, in spring, because it is indoors. Okay? But most of the go sports are performed outdoors. Then aerobics, athletics, gymnastics, judo, karate, yoga, they are mostly indoors. Okay? Why? Because exception with athletics, aerobics, gymnastics, judo, karate, and yoga is usually practiced at gyms, at gymnasiums, under roofs. Okay, and in the case of play, you can play basketball indoors or outdoors. You can play volleyball indoors and outdoors. Football, well, you mostly play it outdoors. Okay, baseball, you play outdoors. That is why play can be indoors or outdoors. Okay, so questions about the difference between go, do, and play? And the section with play,
No,
board games, and card games? No problem?
no, miss.
Carlos, is
No
that
problem.
okay?
No problem.
Nice. So let me get to the course book. Okay. And we have a group of sports that we have to classify among go, do, or play. Okay, so let's begin with this. Okay, let's begin with go. Let's see. Check. First of all, the vocabulary. Is there any sport you don't know? Athletics, baseball, basketball, climbing, cycling, football, golf, gymnastics, ice hockey, jogging, rollerblading, mountain biking, running, skateboarding, skiing, surfing, swimming, tennis, and volleyball. Is there a sport you don't know there?
Just one roller blading.
Rollerblading. We have in English skating. It is, we have skates that have 4 wheels, patines de 4 ruedas. And we have blade skates, patines en línea. Okay? In the case of rollerblading means patines en línea. They have 5 or 6 wheels and they are in a line, patines en línea. So rollerblading means patines en línea. Okay? Did you get the difference? Skating, skating, patines de 4 ruedas. That I've noticed they are very popular here in Ecuador. And rollerblades are patines en línea. Here in Ecuador, I have seen rollerblades once or twice, but I have seen 4 wheels, skates everywhere. Girls practicing in basketball courts, they practice with the 4 wheels skates. But blade skates or roller skates, I've seen them twice. They are usually to go to skate faster. Okay, the rollerblades makes people go faster than the 4 wheels. Okay, so which of these sports can use go? Carlos, check and tell me one sport that you can use with go. Check the list.
Swimming.
Swimming. Okay. Swimming. Eduardo, one sport that corresponds to go? Check the list, please.
Mhm. Um, Jogging.
Jogging. Okay. Another one, Carlos, that you can do with go. That corresponds go.
Skiing.
Skiing. Another one, Eduardo, that you can do with
Okay,
ing.
let me see. Uh, Surfing.
Surfing. Carlos, another sport with go.
Running.
Running. Eduardo,
Uh, Mountain biking.
biking, mountain biking.
Bike.
Yes,
Mountain biking.
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 Okay, Carlos,
Climbing.
climbing. Eduardo,
Uh,
we have 3
skate,
more.
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. Okay, patineta. Skateboarding. Carlos,
Rollerblading.
rollerblading. Okay, there is one more. No. Yes, Eduardo, there is one more. Which is the
Okay,
one
let me
missing?
see. Mhm. Cycling. Cycling,
Cycling.
right?
Okay, yes. Do not confuse cycling with mountain biking with BMX. Have you heard about BMX? Have you ever heard about BMX?
BMX is a kind of, line of bicycles.
It's a kind of a sport on bicycles. Okay?
It's not a bicycle itself, no?
No.
Oh,
Okay? BMX means bicycle motocross.
mm.
is bicycle, motocross. In what meaning? You say, okay, motocross and bike is not the same. A motocross is on a motorcycle, but BMX is when you have a bicycle and you go in a court, in a pista, and you go up and down and you have to jump, do pirouettes in the air. Okay. Actually, the Latin American vice champion is the daughter of one of my friends, Catherine Diaz. She's Venezuelan and she is the second in Latin America and the third one in the world. Okay?
Really?
Yes, she was going to the Tokyo Olympic Games, but she
Can
had
you
an
repeat
accident.
her name, please?
Catherine Diaz, with TH, Catherine Seiran
Yeah.
Diaz. She's the daughter, Diaz Darmase is her name. She's the daughter of a very, very close friend of mine. We have known each other for, I don't know, like 30 years, 40 years. We have been friends for 40 years, more or less. And her daughter is the Latin American vice champion and the third in the world ranking. And she was going to the Olympic Games as a representative of Venezuela. But like 3 months before the Olympics, she had an accident in France, in a European competition in France, and she broke her leg. So she couldn't go to the Olympics. She was classified for the Olympics. It's sad. She thinks she might go to the next Olympics. Okay. And the world champion is Daniel Ders, who is also Venezuelan. Okay, so we have BMX, we have mountain biking. Notice it's not cycling, but biking, and we have cycling. What's the difference? BMX is bike motocross. Mountain biking is going cycling on rough terrains. So you go up and down, you cross rivers, you jump over stones. It's like BMX, but in the nature. BMX is in a court in a special area, and mountain biking is in the nature. Okay, and cycling is only in roads or tracks, pistas. Okay, so when they do, I don't know, Le Tour de France, okay, that people don't go on road terrains, they don't do pirouettes on the air like BMX, they just go on a road as fast as they can. That's why the bicycles are different. Okay, the cycling ones, the wheels are larger, las ruedas son más grandes, okay, and they are very light and not strong. You see that sometimes they break. The mountain biking ones, they have the tires are wide. Los cauchos son más anchos, ¿verdad? Tienen más pequeños, tienen menos aire. And the BMX, they don't have brakes, no tienen frenos. They are very light, but they are very resistant. Most of the BMX are made of titanium. The cycling ones are made in aluminum because they need to get speed. And the mountain biking is a combination of titanium and iron. They need to be very heavy. They are the heaviest, actually. Okay, but the BMX, they are light, resistant, and they have no brakes, and they are flexible in the sense that when they jump, the bicycle can turn around freely, dan vueltas libremente, something that you don't do with a mountain bike and even less with a cycling bike. Okay, so they are different, so it's good not to confuse. But the three of them is go BMX, go mountain biking, and go cycling. Okay, You say, Miss, but BMX has no ing. Yes, but it's something you do on a bike. So everything related to a bike is go. Mountain biking, cycling, BMX. There are three different disciplines on the bike. Okay. So what about do? Check for do. Which sports here we use do? Carlos.
Athletic.
Athletics. Eduardo, do?
Do is for
Alone, by yourself.
yes, gymnastics.
Gymnastics. Okay. And the others, all of them are play. Play baseball, play basketball, play football, play golf, play ice hockey, play tennis, and play volleyball. Say, wait, miss. Why ice hockey is play if they don't have a ball? Because ice hockey has something round and flat that is called put with double T, P-U-T-T, okay? And there are ice hockey, street hockey, and grass hockey. So we have street hockey and grass hockey. Ironically, the world championship for grass hockey is Argentina. Argentina is the world champion for grass hockey. I don't know why, but especially the female grass hockey team, they have won lots of competitions. Why? I don't know. And you have also street hockey. Grass and street hockey are practiced in summer, in spring, in autumn, and ice hockey only for winter as an outdoor sport. In competitions, it is only ice hockey and it is indoors. Okay, so street hockey and grass hockey are played with a ball. That is why it is play. Okay. Questions about this? How, when to use go, when to use do, and when to use play?
No, miss, it's clear.
Okay, something important that all the people always ask. Okay, miss, so how can I know what are the names of the areas where people play the sports? Okay, how did you say in English cancha or campo deportivo? Okay, the area where people do go or play sports. Okay, give me a second. Let me find the image here in my file, so you can see an image, and an image is better for understanding the different areas in which people practice sports. Okay, let me get it. Give me a second because I need to find it here in my file, and my file is really large. Here it is. Fortunately, it is an image, so I can give you the visuals instead of an explanation. Okay, so let me share with you the new image. Okay, these are, sorry, God, what is that? I lost it. God damn it, I lost it. Let me, here it is again. So let me share it with you. Okay. Can you see it? So we have
Please, can you make it a little bit larger, miss? Yes.
Can you see it
It's
now?
okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
So
Thanks.
first we have the word court. Court is the equivalent to our Spanish cancha. So notice tennis court, volleyball court, basketball court, futsal court. Okay. So all those sports that in the Spanish we talk like cancha is a court. Okay. Volleyball, basketball, tennis, badminton. It can be indoors or outdoors. Okay. Those areas that you can see in parks, etc., they are all courts. Then we have the swimming pool. No problem with the swimming pool. Then we have the fields. Okay. Field is what we call in Spanish campo. Campo de fútbol, campo de béisbol, campo de rugby. They are usually very large and they are always or mostly outdoors. Okay. Soccer field. You say, Miss, but football is under a roof, yes, and it is a court because football is played in the area for a basketball. Okay, so it's small area, let's say. But soccer, baseball, and football needs large areas, usually outdoor. It's what we call campo. We don't say cancha de béisbol or cancha de fútbol, okay? Or cancha de fútbol americano, cancha de rugby. No, we use the word campo in Spanish. In English, it is a field because it's large and mostly outdoors. And then we have the racetrack. Racetrack is an area in which people can run and athletics is performed. Okay, so in this area, people can run, they can play, they can do vault jump, long jump, etc. in this area, in the middle. I don't know if you, well, you should have seen the Olympic Games. So people run in this area. The running competition is here. And in that green area, it is jumping, long jump, high jump, pole vault, spear. All those things are performed in the green area, okay, inside the racetrack. Okay. So we have that difference in the places. Small indoor, outdoor courts. Swimming pool, no problem. Fields, large and mostly outdoors. Sometimes people, Miss, pero es que hay estadios en los Estados Unidos de fútbol y de béisbol que tienen techo. Yes, but they are exceptions. Okay, if you check in the internet how many baseball fields or football fields have roof stadiums with roofs, they are very few. And as far as I know, in Europe, there isn't any. In the USA only, baseball field with a roof and football fields with a roof, but they are very few, very, very, very few. Okay? And the roof is mostly not for games, not for matches, but to protect. They have natural grass and they need to protect it in winter, okay, and from heavy rains. But usually those roofs, those mobile roofs, they don't close in games. They close to preserve, to care for the natural grass, but not for games, as far as I know. Okay. Questions about the difference between a court and a field? Court, indoors, small.
Indoors.
Indoors or outdoors, but you can play it indoors. And fields, only outdoors and very large. Okay? Did you get the difference? It is no problem?
I got it.
Okay. Carlos, do you have any question about the difference between a field and a court? None. Nice. So let's go back here. And of course, here we have some mistakes. Exam candidates often make mistakes with verbs and nouns, okay? For example, I practice horse riding twice a week. It is not practice, but go, okay? It is not practice, it is go. So here it is, go. Carlos, in the second one, what's the problem? You can make a lot of sports and activities. What's the mistake in the verb?
Make.
Make.
Can do.
What is the correct one?
You can do.
Do or
You can
play. You can do or you can play. You can do or you can play or you can go. Okay, do, play, or go. Go a lot of sports and activities. Basically, the preferred one is do. Eduardo, in winter, you can make snowboarding. What is the correct verb?
Do or play.
No. Which one do we use with go? Do. Do. Athletic gymnastics. All the sports with ing are go.
Is go. Right.
Okay, go.
It's not make, is
Put
go.
go. All the verbs that end, all the sports that end in ing, they are always go. Okay? Carlos, we have done table tennis. Table tennis, ping pong. So what do we use with sports with a ball?
We have play.
Play. We can play table tennis. Okay? Eduardo, at first we made aerobics. What is the correct verb for this? Here I didn't write.
Isn't made. At first we do aerobics.
We do aerobics. In this case, past tense, we did aerobics. Okay? And finally, Carlos, we played windsurfing. What is the correct verb for this?
We were.
We went. We went windsurfing. Okay? Good. Finally, we have the name of the places where you can do sports. On a court, in a gym, in a stadium, on a track, and pitch is area for sports. It's a synonym, okay, for court or field. Okay, it's a pitch. It's a British word. It's not commonly used. Okay, you can practice basketball on a pitch. Notice the preposition on a court, on a track, on a pitch, but in a gym and in a stadium. Okay. So because in a gym, because you are indoors, and in a stadium because you are inside a specific area. But when you play a sport or you go something or you do a sport, is usually on. You play basketball on a court. You play football on a pitch. You run on a track, or you jog on a track. You go jogging on a track. Okay. And of course, we saw the name of the others. On a field, you play baseball in a stadium on a field, okay, because it's the area where you practice. So here we have some things that people use: bat, boots, gloves, helmet, net, racket, and trainers. Okay, for example, for mountain hiking, you use boots. For baseball, you use a bat. You use gloves, sometimes for biking. You wear short gloves not to hurt your hands with them. You use gloves in baseball. You use helmets in baseball, in BMX, in mountain biking. Okay, a net for basketball, volleyball, tennis, badminton, handball. You use a net. Racket for tennis and badminton in the sport that they mentioned, and trainers for athletics, you need special trainers, special kind of shoes. Okay. And for racing, for jogging, you also need a special kind of foot, of shoes, sorry. Special kind of foot, pieza especial of shoes. Here in Latin America, except for football, people do not make distinction between sport shoes and trainers. The only in which we in Latin America make a difference is for football. That you have the pig shoes, the shoes with the dots, zapatos con, aquí les llaman, creo que pupos. Okay, the special, the special shoes for playing soccer. But most people here in Latin America do not distinguish between trainers and sports shoes. Trainers are shoes designed specifically for a sport. I mean, there are special shoes for playing basketball, usually boots, okay, high ankle to protect your ankle, okay, botines que protegen el tobillo. Because it's very usual that you can sprain your ankle when you sprain your ankle when you play basketball, because you have to run, you have to jump. Okay, so people who practice basketball need to protect their ankles. When you practice running, okay, in a competition, you need special shoes which are very light. Okay, so you can run faster. When you practice jogging, you need shoes that have support inside, support for the foot arc, support for the toes, cushion, acolchamiento in the heels, so you can run and not damage your foot. Okay. In my case, for example, if I need to practice a sport, I need boots because I broke my ankle. So I need special support. Sport shoes are shoes that look like trainers, but they are not for practicing sports. Okay. In the USA, in Europe, people are very careful about it. If they play tennis, they have special shoes for tennis. If they run, they have special shoes for running. If they jog, they have special shoes for that. If you play football, okay, futbolito or fútbol de salón, you have special shoes for that. Here in Latin America, and sports shoes is only to go to the supermarket, to go to the movies, to use as informal shoes. But if you go running with the sports shoes, they are damaged. They are damaged and they do not protect your feet. Okay, and that's the problem in Latin America. Skechers shoes are sports shoes. You don't use Skechers for practicing sports, for doing sports, for playing sports. But here in Latin America, people pay a lot of money for Skechers to go to the gym and practice aerobics or to go jogging because they are Skechers. And after 3 or 4 months, they are destroyed. In Europe and in North America, in the UK, people are very careful about the kind of shoes they buy for the different sports they play or they do. Okay, so if you plan to play a sport or to do a sport or to go on a sport, be careful with the shoes you buy. I have seen people. I have a park near here with a track, okay, around the park. And I have seen people with those Venus shoes, okay, jogging. That's terrible. Venus shoes don't have any support. I have a pair of Venus shoes, and they are just to go to the mall, to go to the supermarket, okay, to walk around here in the, if I go to the supermarket, I walk around with them. But I would never run or do any sport wearing those shoes because they don't have any support. And I have seen people running with those shoes. So they are damaging their feet. They can have accidents. But I have seen lots of, not only here in Venezuela, also I've seen people wearing the wrong shoes for doing sports or playing sports. Okay. Next, we have these verbs that relate to sports. Beat is when you win, especially by a lot of points. For example, yesterday my daughter showed me a meme that said with that song that you hear in TikTok that say mi primera chamba, la 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 la. So it was a game. It was a football match between one team and Gibraltar. And it was 14-0. I mean, Gibraltar didn't score any goal, and the other team scored 14 goals. So they have the goalkeeper. You know the goalkeeper?
Arquero.
Yes, the person who stopped the ball. That's what the goalkeeper, el que mantiene los goles afuera. So they have a video with the with Gibraltar
Okay.
goalkeeper, and they put that song because imagine 14-0. So that other team beat Gibraltar. So beat means when you win, especially for a lot of points or goals or runs. Draw means that both teams get the same number of points. For example, yesterday, Peru and Venezuela, the match, they have a draw. 1 goal for Peru, 1 goal for Venezuela. Okay? I don't know why, but in this, I saw the part of the game, and I think there were more Venezuelans than Peruvians in the stadium. I don't know why, because they were playing in Lima, but there were more Venezuelan fans than Peruvian. I don't know why. But all the stadium seems to be full of Venezuelans. Lose, contrary of win. Score when you get points. Okay? You can score a point, you can score a goal, or you can score a run. Okay, so you can score points. Like in basketball or in volleyball, you score a point. You can score goals. Okay, in soccer, in football. Okay, in American football is a touchdown. Those are the points. And of course, in baseball, you can score a run. Okay, that's as a verb. As a noun, score means the number of points, goals, or runs that a team make. Okay, so you can say yesterday there was a draw. Peru and Venezuela scored 1 goal each. Or you can say Peru and Venezuela yesterday in this football match between Peru and Venezuela, it was a draw. Okay, each team scored 1 goal. The score was 1-1. Another word for draw is a tie. Un empate. Okay, so yesterday soccer match between Peru and Venezuela was a tie. They draw. It was a draw. Each team scored 1 goal. So the score was 1-1, a tie. Okay, un empate. And of course, we could talk about a match or a game. Okay, in a competition or just for fun. Questions about beat, draw, lose, score, and win? No problem?
No problem.
Okay, and with this, we finish for today. So see you tomorrow. We have the master class at this time and the regular class on Friday. Okay, So have a
Okay.
nice day and see you tomorrow in the masterclass. Bye bye,
Bye bye.
Carlos. Bye,
Bye bye,
Eduardo.
Carlos.
Thank you
Bye,
for
Miss.
coming.
Bye, Eduardo.